Hey, what's going on, guys? Shane here with Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu black belt and lifetime martial artist Stephan Kesting.
Hey guys, how's it going?
So today Stephan is going to show us 5 movements that you can do to drill your Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu by yourself. So these are solo drills that are going to help with balance and flexibility. Let's take a look at the first one.
So that's a sprawl. Every match starts on its feet. Every fight starts on its feet. And you want to be in control of whether the fight goes to the ground or not. So the sprawl is a great way to stop somebody from taking you down. You're going to start in a staggered stance, one leg forward, one leg back. Doesn't matter whichever leg you like to fight with, forward. You're going to go here, you're going to drop your weight, both hands go on the ground. The leg that's in front, so the leg is going to be grabbing, goes back, the hip goes all the way to the ground. You're not doing a push-up. Think of it as a push-up with a twist and that leg all the way down to the ground. And you step forward and you go back up. We bring Shane in. If he's in his fight stance, I'm typically going to be trying to, just fundamentally, be trying to grab this leg or grab here to take him down. So he's going to bring this leg back, drop that hip to the ground, and put his weight on me. So I'm going from a fairly strong position here to this weird sprawled out position underneath his sprawl, and that allows him to control whether the fight stays up or down. So once again, we're here, there, and he might spin to my back and either stand up or finish the fight on the ground. So that's a sprawl. That movement is the basic shrimp, the basic backward shrimp. There's other variations of the shrimp that you can certainly find, but it develops your basic hip movement. So, what are we going to do? You're going to start on your back, you're going to be flat. One foot goes up, typically the ball of the foot. You're going to turn towards the straight leg. Only my right hip is down. Now I'm going to put all my weight on my left foot and my right shoulder. So they're at an angle, right? It's not left foot and left shoulder, left foot and right shoulder. I'm going to lift my weight up, and then I'm going to move my hip back while bending into a pike position. So straighten out, foot, turn, weight on the shoulder, weight on the foot, lift my hips, and push back. End up in a 90-degree bend. How it applies. You use this all the time in jiu-jitsu, in ground fighting. Most fundamentally, if Shane's got me here and he's got his weight on me, I'm trying to put him back in the guard. But I can't put him back in the guard. His hips are too close to my legs. So I'm going to push a little bit, but now I'm going to put this foot on the ground, this shoulder on the ground, and I'm going to move my hips back. That then gives me the room to bring this foot in, this knee in, and I can push away, and now I'm in a better position. I haven't won the fight, but at least it's more equal than here, where I have essentially no offense. Let's just show that from the other angle, please. Yeah. As you go over here. So we're here. He has me in a side control position. I put my hands into a position where I can push a little bit. Foot on the ground, turn into him. So now the weight's on the shoulder. I'm going to move my hips back, then move my knee in, and now we're here. Now, it's a fight again. Now I can stand up, try and go for a sweep, try and go for a submission. You can try and punch my lights out, you can headbutt me, you can pass my guard, but it's a fight again. Yeah. That's the bridge. The bridge is lifting your hips. If you've ever done yoga, you've spent time in a bridge. But if you've done any wrestling or jiu-jitsu or submission grappling, you're going to be bridging all the time. The bridge is using the hips to come forward. Use this to apply an armbar. Use this to pass the guard. You can use this to throw somebody. You can use this even to finish a choke. And you can use this to get out of bad positions. So, we're here. My feet are in tight. The basic way to do it is on the heels. The better way to do it is on the balls of the feet. Do either, depending what you're comfortable with. I'm going to keep my hands in most of the time. And I'm going to lift my hips up high. Then I can turn to the side if I want. Some people like touching, some people like turning, so the side of the face. There are advantages and disadvantages to both. I'm going to practice what I practice on the right, on the left. So you're going to try and lift your hips as high as you can. Shane, if you could come in here, please. Yeah. You're going to be bridging all the time when, why don't you escape? So I'm bigger than you. I'm heavier than you. But if you manage to trap one of my arms somehow and trap one of my legs here, this whole side of my body's blocked off, so I can't post. If you bridge as high as you can, go ahead. Exactly. I'm going over. Can we go back, please? Just bridge and hold me. There. I'm 210 pounds, 215 pounds.
I'm like 145.
Yeah, and I can't be any heavier on you. I mean, there are actually some ways I can hook with my legs, but that's advanced stuff.
Right.
But fundamentally, you can lift me.
Yeah.
Also, if you're arm barring me, go ahead. If you're arm barring me, go ahead. See how his hips are lifting? Arm bar me, but don't hold my wrist, please. Just bridge up as high as you can. There. Do you see how my arm would actually be broken? Thank you.
Yeah.
If my wrist were against your chest.
Yeah.
So the bridge, critical, super fundamental movement for any kind of grappling. Somersaulting, or rather forward rolling. A somersault takes you directly over your head, and it's a good movement to practice, but in martial arts, especially in grappling, but also in stand-up, because in stand-up you are occasionally going to fall, and as opposed to falling and landing hard on the ground, especially pavement, much, much, much better if you can roll. I'm amazed at how many martial artists don't have a basic forward and a back roll, so this drill should help with it. Fundamentally, I'm going to be starting kneeling. Imagine a line coming like this. I take one hand and I put it between my legs and I'm going to roll over that shoulder. I'm not going to go here. That's a somersault or a headbutt the ground. The ground's going to win. I'm going to take one hand, put it between my legs, put my shoulder down, put my head to the side, and I'm going to roll. I'm going to try and roll straight towards you. Very common mistake is to go here and then woo, off to the side. There might be applications where that's the right movement. This isn't one of them. I want to stay as much as I can in a straight line. Hand between the legs, tuck the shoulder, roll. I end up sitting. I rolled over this shoulder, I switch my head to the other side, and I go back. So I put my head to the side, my head stays here, it's going to get completely cranked. Roll back to my knees. So before I rolled right, then left, now I'm going to go left, then right. Shane, if you come here,
Yeah.
you use this all the time. Actually, just basic balloon sweep on me, please, if you lie on your back.
Yeah.
We're here. I'm standing over top of you. I've gotten excited. I put too much weight forward. You're going to lift me, and you're going to throw me over your head. I've just used a forward roll to not get my head into the ground, and Shane's just used a backwards roll to end up on top.
Ah.
This movement and variations of it are the technical stand-up. It's going from the ground to a standing position while remaining in base. You don't want to stand up like this in a fight. I mean, you can do it, but the danger is that when I'm here, you're going to punt me in the face, or I'm going to lose my balance. And as I'll show later, there are a ton of applications for this movement that don't have anything to do with getting up against a striker. So fundamentally, I'm sitting here on my butt, one leg forward, one leg back. My cross hand planted. So just like shrimping was my left foot and my right arm, same thing. My left foot and my right arm are down. I lift my hip up so that it's mobile. This allows me to kick. If somebody's standing here, I can kick this far, maybe to this line. Right? That's not very powerful, not very effective. But if I move like this, now I can steal those extra 12 inches of range. Also, it means that this hip isn't on the ground. So I can now, in slow motion, come up like this. This is not a speed-based movement. Now I'm here, bent over, one hand on the ground, the other hand's up, still not a great position. So you can adjust it by coming back. I'll show you a variation. If we're here and I want to do this and remain facing my opponent, or maybe he's putting a ton of weight onto me, I'm going to come up onto my knee here, because this forms good structure, and then I can stand up like that. May I show both applications with Shane here, please?
Absolutely.
So number one, he's punched me in the face, I'm down on the ground, I've got him in my guard, I don't want to be here, I want to be up, I want to be running, I want to get in my car, I want to kickbox you, because I've been watching your channel, and I think I've got all your tricks down. So I'm going to start making some room. If I just try and stand up here, he's going to punch me. Boom, bad day. Then push him away. He's still too close. I'm going to kick, 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 kick. Okay, even with his conditioned shins, it's hyperextending his knee a little bit, so I can start coming up. My hand's still here. Now, notice I can't touch his foot, but I don't have enough room yet. So I put my weight on my hand and my knee, my hand and my foot, and I can kick here until he moves back and gives me enough room. Now when I can no longer touch him, that's when I stand up and I take that safety step backwards. That's the application of the one hand on the ground, standing straight up. For bonus point, can I show them one more move?
Absolutely.
On your knees, please. You can use that same movement in jiu-jitsu. Say we're here, say I'm doing a butterfly sweep. He's going over, so he posts his foot there. Post the foot right by my head. There we go. To not go over, I underhook. I go back. Come into me, please. I push. I get him in the X guard. I push him away. Now is what we just covered. Plant the foot, stand up here, and then drive him down here. So I don't want to show that whole technique. The point is, though, that that fundamental movement has advanced applications.
Yeah, awesome.
Okay, guys, I hope you found that useful. There's our 5 fundamental movements with some applications. There are a lot more applications of those movements. You use them all the time when you're doing jiu-jitsu. Start practicing them, and then when you start actually training techniques or training at a school, you won't be as lost.
Awesome. Thank you, Stephan. And guys, be sure to check out his channel. Link is in the description below for GrappleArts. You guys are definitely going to like that because we focus on more so the striking. Stephan here focuses on the grappling, so you guys will definitely benefit from it. Please support him and subscribe to his channel. Until then, I'm Shane, and this is Stephan. Fight tips for the underdogs.